Going on, everybody? You already know what time it is. It's the one and only, the true and living legend, Honcho J. Coming to you live with Independent Scene Podcast. Real cool. We got a really dope show for you guys this evening. We got my man's Positive One is in the building. He is going to be chopping up. He's a motivational speaker. And on top of that, he does a whole lot of other things. So I hope you guys are ready for this. He's got a lot to share with us, a lot to share with his journey. But with that being said, we're going to get him in the building. And you guys make sure you are tuned in because this is definitely a good one. This is definitely something I've been waiting on for a minute. So let me get my mans in here real quick, and then we gonna get the show on the road because my boy said he is ready for this. So I said I'm definitely glad that you guys are able to be with me this afternoon to chop it up with me. Real quick, for those of you that haven't seen Independent Scene Podcast, you can catch it on YouTube at youtube.com/Independent Scene Podcast. That's INDEPPENDENT SCENE You know what I'm saying? And he's in the middle. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my guest at this time. IAmPositiveOne. Let's get it.
You do realize I got 8 Gs and I got to take out all 3, right?
Get it.
Okay. Just like you know.
What's going on, sir?
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
Coolin', man. How you doing, man?
I'm well, man. I'm blessed.
Hey, that's the best. That's all we can be, right?
Yo, sir, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, real quickly, man. We're gonna jump right into it, man. Real quick, introduce yourself to the people, man. And we're gonna jump right into it.
Yeah, my name is Lee Williams. I go by Positive One. I mean, you want me to tell what I do? Or,
Be quick, cause I don't want my shit to stall out.
Your name, and then we'll jump into you.
Okay, my name is Lee Williams. Positive One. Human paintbrush. Entrepreneur. Artist. All of those great things. I just like to call myself human paintbrush. I do it all, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, well, I definitely want to say, again, I want to appreciate you for coming on here and chopping it up with me, man. Definitely, I'm honored to finally have you up here because I see what you do, man, and I support the movement and what you got going on. So I definitely want to get into it. So first things first, man, I got to get into. I read in your bio that you're a motivational speaker.
Yeah.
So real quick, talk to us about it. How did you get into the whole motivational speaking thing? What led you to want to do that?
Well, you know what? I might need to actually change that up because that was a long time ago. That part, because you know, I do like to empower, like motivate people to do things and stuff like that. But it's a bit different when I really got into it, you know, because like as motivator, you can like get people hyped for you know that certain time, the moment, you know, but the action within that talking, you know, I wanted to be more part of that. Like, there's nothing wrong with doing the motivation speaking, but I like to empower and really touch people in a more of a tangible kind of way, because a lot of times you can say good words, but it's like when people go to church, you know what I mean? They'll go to church, they hear the preacher, and they be out on Sunday, and then next thing you know, they're out on the street again on Monday, you know? So, like, they have I think they have the most well-being intentions, but the fact that they go astray because they go out into the world and have not been equipped enough. Because our mission statement is to empower and encourage people to think positively by building up their self-awareness, self-confidence, and self-worth. So yes, you can empower people, but they got to have those 3 categories and components to be able to become their whole self and have full confidence in all their abilities. If you don't develop those skills and those intangibles mentally, there's no way that you'll be able to survive and get the peace and happiness that you want to have. And you can talk to a whole bunch of people, it's not going to really help you.
Right. I agree with that. So let me ask you this, man. You call yourself the paintbrush, the human paintbrush, man.
Yeah.
What is it like having all those different hats and wearing all those different hats? Like, how do you manage all of that?
Well, it's not really managing it when it's like authentically who you are, right? So when I set up the business that I wanted to do, I didn't know really what I wanted to do because I like to do a lot of different things. And the fact that I felt like I shouldn't have to, like, you know, not do what I want to do. I should be able to do the things what I like to do that really bring out the passion in me. And so like human paintbrush was like the type of thing where it's like, yo, the world is my canvas, right? And I have the paintbrush and I get to paint what I want.
Okay.
So once you start thinking about, and every time you get my life, you know, over my whole life, I do different things. I think of as artwork because I call myself an artist. So whatever those hats are, whether it's videography, whether it's t-shirt making, whether it's album rapping, whatever it is, whether the mentorship, when I look back at my life, I want to be able to say, you know what, man, that was a masterpiece I created, and I left no part of my page or my canvas unpainted. So that's where I
True.
come with the human paintbrush idea.
Okay, and I like that theory. I really do because it it really defines, like you said, everything that you're capable of doing. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
that's truly the beauty of what you do so well. So let me ask you this: so now, being in the profession that you're in, doing all these things that you do, you know what keeps you motivated? What keeps you motivated? And what keeps you driven?
I was about to dead
Well, I
take
mean,
mine and put mine in the blunt.
when you're doing what,
Yeah, but
like
you already did
when
that, so I
you're
ain't gonna
doing
do that to you.
what you feel like you are called to be or you're aligned to be,
I ain't gonna double it
like
up on y'all. Y'all just had one.
it's
Trust
automatic
me, that shit gonna
drive.
kick
You know,
in,
it's
bro.
automatic passion because like it's everything that I want to do. So if you don't
It's
have that
alright.
drive, then you have to figure out what it is that
I know. I'm trying to make
that
light of a
you're
bad
lacking from
situation.
within. Because I do a lot of meditation, a lot of stuff like that, just to kind of clear my thoughts at all points. So I'm always receiving core felt, if you understand what I'm saying.
Facts. I
Right.
heard that.
So like
I heard that. Then I went to the bathroom.
once you clear out energies and you can really get to
No,
your
I think
core
that was after
self,
I
you
came out the
never
bathroom.
really like need that motivation because you're
Right.
aligned.
Right.
And I've done that so long now that I think it's more of an automatic thing now. And I just understand the journey and the process of things by not getting too high, too low on things, and I
Fuck
just
around, start
stay
taking pictures of
focused
them
on what
shits.
my goal is, what it
As
is
you
I need
signing
to
them,
do.
I'll record them as you sign.
Okay. Okay. I
So
feel.
if they try that
I
slick
feel
shit,
you.
I could
I
just send
feel
it to you
you.
like, nah,
I
bro, they
feel you on
capping
that.
it.
So
I'm getting
now,
some feedback. Hold on, I'm not sure if I'm getting some feedback. I hear some words in the background.
oh, that's the music playing in the background. That's
Oh,
not
okay.
you.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought somebody actually talking. I didn't
Oh
know.
no, it is some people talking, but you
Oh,
know it's
okay.
all good.
Okay.
But yeah. So my next thing I wanted to ask you was, so when it comes to people that are up and coming that want to do or chase the same dreams or goals as you, how do they? What are the steps and the tools that they need to succeed in doing what you're trying to do?
Really,
It's gonna take
just
400 years of ass whooping.
determination, a will to do it. Because whatever, one of our principles is, we become what we think about.
Shit, don't
So
do that.
if that is what you're thinking
Sleep.
about, then take actions towards that step, and it will happen. It will manifest. But the thing is, you got to have the will, and you stop at nothing
That's what I'm about to say.
to accomplish
That's why
whatever
my
that
dad
goal
take two of
is.
them.
I would say have a specific
Yeah, you
goal
are. You
that you
just gonna
want to
feel very
have,
light while you driving.
a specific like type of
Nah, you had a
like where do you
15.
want to
This is
see
10.
yourself in 10 years or 5
It
years,
hit
just
quicker
to
than a
map those
15.
things out and then put those
Bullshit.
on your
Dad the one
whiteboard or
that
your
told me the
goal
difference on that
board,
one. He told me.
put that up, and then
He
I
told
think that you'll
no,
be
not hit
okay.
harder, hit quicker.
Right.
Yeah.
Hold on, real quick. Give me 1 second.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, are we gonna be here for a second? I'm gonna step outside right quick. Huh?
Well, go ahead, cause he said.
All right. Let me step outside. But yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so anyway, I had to step outside for a second because
Yeah.
it was getting a little bit loud. My fault about that.
That's cool.
But nah, so yeah, man. So like I said, cause like I said, I've been following you for quite some time, and again, like I said, I love what you do. So when it comes to people who are going through things such as because we deal with this a lot, that being mental health.
Yeah.
How do you address people that come to you with knowing what you do and seeking advice, seeking the help, seeking the wisdom that they need to make it out of what they're going through when it comes to their mental health?
Well, I'm a believer in like the greatest teachers always send people back to themselves.
Okay.
And everything goes with self-reflection. So
Right.
like, all right, so if you're having issues, you have to identify those issues with self first. You can't go outside of self because that's when you go on the amazing journey. Go
Right.
within deeper. Anytime you have external problems, that means you've left the body, you've left the self, and you started going into the ego thinking world. So,
Okay.
and getting into like more of like energies and hold on, my son is coming. What's up? I'm on the phone, man. All right. So, all right. So hey, going out, man. Huh? I'm on the phone. All right. But understanding that like you create the energies that your thoughts create, right? So
Right.
once that becomes a foundational thought for you, then you'll always try to make sure you keep making positive thoughts in your mindset. And then once those things happen, then you start to attract the things that you actually want. Because
Right.
like I said, our thoughts become our reality in a
Right.
sense.
Right.
So um just making sure. I'm sorry, my son threw me off a little bit. What was the
No,
question
you
again?
good. No, basically just basically asking on the same terms of when it
On
comes to
mental health.
people
Yeah.
mental health, dealing with mental health.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like people like so there's so many types of traumas that people may go through. There's so many different types of trauma that I mean, especially dealing with young people. Like I mean, it's insane the amount of things that people go through in a young age. So the best way for them to be able to attack those things are to go within, because if you're in any type of mental stress state, that means a lot of things are going on in your mind, and
Right.
sometimes you need to just sit down and let those thoughts just come through. I mean, because I've been in so many situations, but it's so automatic now for me that I don't doubt anything that of the methods of how to do it, you know. So, but
Right.
the easiest way is to start by being in, you know, a room by yourself, nothing quiet. It don't matter if it's on, lights are on or whatever, but just be quiet and focus on your breathing. And once you do that, well, see what we don't understand, we don't diffuse any energies that we take in every day.
Right.
So let's just say your day was you woke up this morning, then maybe you had an argument with your girlfriend or something like that. You know,
Right.
maybe or your wife, right? And then like, you know, you told your son to take out trash, you didn't get take out, and then the dog got into it and stuff like that. So you got that. Then you go to work and your boss has an issue with something, blah 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 going on, and then you got a friend that says something out of line. You know, all these things
Right.
add
All
up
it.
and stuff,
Right.
right?
Right.
They keep
Right.
adding up, and you're thinking you cool, but the thing about energy is you can't see energy,
Mm-hmm.
and how it comes on us, and how it just surrounds us, because that's the environment we may be in. So
Right.
if we keep taking that on and don't have any type of outlets for that energy to diffuse, then we're going to start having these mental issues because we're not letting them release. Because our bodies are nature.
Right.
We have to renew. If we don't allow that, we our chakras get clogged up, and things go chaotic. So
Right.
this is like a very simple thing, but I believe because it's so simple that people think that it won't work.
Right.
And just
Right.
like consistently just going in a room for when you wake up in the morning, 5 minutes. Before you go to bed, 5 minutes. Just be quiet, and like over time, over probably give it a week and do it a week consistently, and you'll
Mm-hmm.
start being amazed at the thoughts and the clarity that starts coming to your mind that will help you guide through your way. See, a lot of times, in our mental aspect, we believe that we actually have control. So, like, and in actual reality, what do you really control?
Right. Right.
You know, it's like
Exactly.
you can't control any. You can't control your girlfriend from going out somewhere. You can't control any of those things. You think you can, but they
Right.
have a mind and body spirit of their own. So if they want to, they can do whatever they want to. So we
That's
spend
true.
our times outside of ourselves again, therefore causing the stress, etc. So
Right.
if we spend more time inside of ourselves and focusing on what we have to do and letting all the outside distractions go, we'll attract what we want.
Right.
But
Right.
when we get outside of ourselves, our mental, we don't have control, and we think we're supposed to. So now we're just fighting a battle that's not even of ourselves,
Right. Right.
because
Okay.
we can't control that.
That part, and I find that very, so I find that very real because you again we have some people that have so many different energies that they're channeling, And I feel like everybody wants to be happy. Everybody wants to feel safe and secure. Within, whether that's within themselves, around their family, their friends,
Mm-hmm.
and it's because of people like yourself who are able to kind of, in a sense, kind of teach that and instill the into people to where they know
Mm-hmm.
that they're just not the only ones out here by themselves. You know
Yeah.
what I
Oh yeah.
mean?
Yeah. I mean, look, like, and the biggest thing I think, because social media has made this a issue, like social media is a highlight tape of people's life. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, so everybody's gonna show all the best things that are happening, yada yada yada, and that's just not reality. So I think we have gotten too far into external because we're paying attention to what other people are doing and comparing
Hmm.
it to ourselves when we're comparing ourselves to other people, and that's really an illusion.
Right. That's true.
So
That's
yeah,
entirely
so I
true.
mean, but that therein causes the frustration mentally that makes us think that we're supposed to be this way, but it's not really. We're really looking at produced products or produced people, like filtered people, all these things, and just showing their best parts of their life, and then we start comparing that to ourselves. That's the crime, really.
Right, right. I agree. I definitely agree. So let me ask you this. So, in all the years that you've been doing what you've doing, when did it finally hit you that this was something that you knew was going to be something that was going to really be like a long-term goal for you for the rest of your life? Like you'll be really in this type of position.
The time it started, because it's like you have to be about like this life, this is like something that's like, yeah, I don't have to play or a position
Right,
or anything, because this is like who I am.
right,
So I don't really have to like go out and portray or do something, because everything that I do is within my like natural day, or of things that I would normally do, as far as like, because I've developed all of those, the businesses, etc. So I'm always doing one of them, like
okay,
something like that. If I have to, so like, and I've been 5 6 years, so if I had to pick up extra work to get another stream of income or something like that to keep it moving, that's all I got to do, because I don't look at any job as an actual, like, I just look at those things as ways that I can make sure that I pay my bills so people can leave me alone, so I can continue to do the things I want to do.
right. And look,
So
as you should, as you
yeah, yeah,
should.
yeah. So
You
I
know,
mean, once you start understanding the truth, because like even with money and all this stuff like that, money will come abundantly if you're just doing the right things you're supposed to do for yourself. Because that's what the energy comes with. Money is energy. Money is currency. Money is nature. Money is wood. All those things will come to you if you continue to focus on self, and you just look around like, man, I didn't know I was making this much money. You start
yeah.
understanding, because you're not focused on that.
Right, right.
You know,
Exactly,
you're
exactly.
focused on the passion of what you're doing, and that just allows you to be able to keep doing what you're doing, because you've been sowing good seeds all these times. So that's something that like I always try to just take in mind, like focus on the passion of what you're doing. Make sure that what you're doing is something that you can be proud of when you look back in 30 40 years. You're like, I did this. I didn't just come
Hmm.
and just go to punch a clock every day because I thought that they
Right,
would pay me a lot of money. Like, there's no substance in that.
right, right. I agree. I agree. So let me ask you this. So, looking towards the future, we're here in the year of
Mhm.
2022.
Yeah.
With everything that you got going on,
Hmm.
what is next to be expected from you? Like, what can everybody be, expected from you? You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, in the future, we look at, I mean, one in probably 5 years now, me and my wife and I, and our organization, we've always wanted to have a school. So,
Okay.
in a year and a half, my wife is leaving her job as a teacher to year-olds to help kids be able to prepare for kindergarten, because that's what she loves. She's educated. She loves educating. And then we want to be able to start, after we get about some data for a couple years from that. We're going to start we're already trying to raise money through my nonprofit, on my Genius campaign.
Okay.
Um, and so after a couple of those years of doing that, hopefully we'll have enough money to start funding to build our actual brick and mortar, to break ground on a school. It's called P1 Academy. So in that place, since I've been in this space for like 7 years now,
Right.
and to 8 years actually. 2014. Yeah. So we've been through systems. We've had different programs all around the city of Charlotte. All the biggest names you could probably think of: United Way, the domestic violence shelter, Safe Alliance here. All these places we've had our programs have empowering youth, giving them youth skills for self-awareness, self-confidence, self-worth. And so we've done all those things. So we just realized that there's no way we can really create the culture unless we build it ourselves.
Right.
So it'll be a school of holistic learning, arts. We'll have athletics, and obviously, hopefully, we want to see the things start growing to all the way to high school, to where we can, have 500 kids, maybe, stuff like that. I don't care about it being crazy big, because that's not the point. The impact is in like how the focus and what we can do. It's not about how big your school is, etc. So that's the big one. That's like the 30,000-foot view, and start
Okay.
creating our youth that are are instilled the self-awareness, self-confidence, self-worth. So that's the 30,000-foot view. The short-term view is just continue to build and expand what we're doing. T-shirt company's growing. I got an apprentice who's really running kind of the show as far as what we do. I believe you know him as YNM John Doe. He just had an album drop out January 1st.
Yes,
So
sir. Yes, sir. I've been speaking with him.
Okay, yeah. So he's like that's my dude. Like, I've been with him. I submit since he was 19 years old. He's 24 now, and
Okay.
so I'm just really in about supporting everything that he's trying to do, especially because he's in the younger generation. I'm 40, so he can really have a voice and try to help turn what our youth and our community is about. I don't have anything against people who make trap music or whatever. Everybody has had their thing, but he's really talking about something conscious, kind of like a J. Cole type of vibe. I think it's been told like Lupe Fiasco, but like really just supporting him. He's getting a lot of buzz right now in the city. That's just something that we're really doing. And obviously P1 Clothing is what he's a brand ambassador for that. He's VP of the music deal. So I'm really just trying to get in supporting him, and continuing our nonprofit, expand our mentorship program. We just got partnership with Enterprise Rent a Car, so they help sponsor some of our programs that we're doing across the city. We got young guys who are a group of our mentees, and they already got like 2 albums, so we're working on the 3rd album right now.
Okay.
Actually, we just finished the first single. It's called The Return because of the whole COVID stuff. So to start making our new album there. So that was the first single. Everybody can go out and download that on iTunes, whatever platform, that Spotify, on my Genius campaign. Also, what else we got going? It's like a bunch of things I guess got going on.
Let me ask you, not to cut you, but let me ask you, how can people tap into your campaign if they want to get involved?
Campaign? Yeah, you can go to www.omgcampaign.org, and you can register to be like a volunteer. You can register, you can donate money. You can just sign a kid up if you got a kid that's between the ages of 10 to 17 in the Charlotte area. We do like virtual mentorship too also, so that's something that we also can do. But one thing I'll say is that if parents you call for like mentorship for your son, make sure that you're involved too. We always try to have both parents involved. So definitely go omgcampaign.org. That's my nonprofit. We try to prevent negative life outcomes by building up self-awareness, self-confidence, and self-worth through entrepreneurial skills and all the businesses that we actually have. So we actually have a guy who has his own clothing line now. Well, several of them have their own clothing line, but one he's in high school, and he started working with us and stuff like that, and now he's got his own clothing line, and people driving around school, he sees all his friends wearing his clothes and stuff, so it's a pretty good deal.
Yes, sir.
So that's
yes,
the type
sir.
of stuff we do, like just really to try to give them real life experience and let them know, yo, you can hustle this thing, you can really make some dough right now. You don't have to wait.
Right.
That's the type of thing that we trying to push because college isn't for everyone. And all the smartest people don't go to college. So
Right.
I went to college, I have a degree, etc. But that's my path. That's not somebody else's path, and I believe that we shouldn't really um, shun people's paths who maybe might not want to do that, and they're
Right.
still smart. So, but we do need to make sure they have skills to be able to survive in this world, so they can make a way for themselves.
Right. I agree. I totally
Yeah.
agree. So my last two things I want to kind of get into, because I said
Yeah.
I said, cause I definitely want to bring you back for a part two, if
Okay.
if that's cool with you.
Yeah, that's
Um,
cool.
so folks, I want you guys to know I am going to bring him back for a part two, so you guys stay tuned for that. So
All right.
my last two questions I want to get in real quick is,
Mhm.
so now looking at the landscape of how the trajectory of life has changed, and society has changed.
Mhm.
Do you think there can be change that can be done and brought back to the way it's supposed to be?
Man, like everything is evolving, and everything's a constant evolution, right? So,
Right.
I mean, nothing ever really goes backwards in this world
You searching?
Right.
You
at
searching through
all.
songs
So
on
the
your
fact
shit?
that
I'm
things
trying to
don't
skip
go
this one. See if
backwards
I got
is
another
the
one.
it's more of
Don't worry about it. Don't worry
you got
about it.
to keep looking forward and moving and
That's why I said
grounding
don't worry about it. Hold on,
yourself
I got
in
you another one.
reality.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That
So
shit is
basically,
fucking
when you're
beautiful.
trying to
Hey, can we do a little nub trade?
I don't believe that it'll go back. I believe that we never really change. I believe our environment changed around us, but our
I couldn't help myself, bro.
Oh, okay. Okay. Cool. Bet
yeah.
that. So,
Hold
okay.
on. Before you leave, let him finish this off.
All right. All right. So real quick. So my last thing I want to get to, because I definitely got to bring you back for a part two, because this is more
All
I want
right,
to kind of get. It's more I want to get into.
no problem.
So last thing I want to ask is,
I've had that
Yeah.
now,
before too. That shit is
when you look at your life as a whole, and
Uh-huh.
everything that you've accomplished, everything that you've done,
toast crunch.
when it all boils down to it, what is the one thing that you want people to be able to take away from not only just yourself, but whether that be your family, your kids, the people that you impacted or touched? So what is that message that you want to deliver, or want people to get from you?
That's simple. Just
I was
understand,
about
like
to. I'm sorry.
compassion, love. That's
I'm
it.
so
Like
sorry.
if people can understand, love is the ultimate language, the ultimate vibration that
Yes, sir.
everyone can understand when it hits them. So understanding, like
I'll
get
leave him
away from
alone.
the hardness and just stay in love with self. And once you're in love with self, you're in love with all, and you align yourself with the universe. So that's just knowing he was a loving person, and he tried to do what he could to shine his light to be able to
You
give
are.
people opportunities to shine their own.
Okay. Okay. Well, definitely, bro.
Yeah,
Listen, I definitely have already enjoyed the conversation. I want to keep going, but
that's all
my
right, man.
phone, like I said, my phone about to die, and I got, so I'm in the
All
car.
right,
But like I said, we definitely gonna get a part two going. But we're gonna set that
all
up.
right, man.
Oh, no, you good. Keep on.
But definitely make sure you let people know where they can follow and tap in with you at.
All right, man. You can hit me at I am positive one. At I am positive one on all social media at I am positive one. You can go to my P1 clothing. That's positive one clothing. I am positive one clothing on Instagram, or positive one clothing, and you can go to my website at www.IamPositiveOne.com, and you can go check out some clothes, merch if you want any. We have our workshops, public speaking. We do virtual workshops, etc. So just hit me up on any of those things. Facebook is Lee Williams, and it's my personal page. So anybody hit me up there. If you need us, you can email me at lee@IamPositiveOne.com. And also my other business is IAmHappyTees.com. We do custom tees. Most of our young kings, they can help do our shirts and stuff like that. People, some of the
Okay.
mentors and stuff like that. Apprentices that does shirts and stuff like that. So we create opportunities for them to be able to work and make some money off of it.
Okay, well, like I said, yeah, that's good. That's gonna be part. That's gonna be part. That's gonna be in part too, because I definitely want to
Yeah.
tap into that and get some insight on that. So,
All right.
so like I said, you guys, make sure you guys follow him, tap in with the bro. I am positive one. Go tap in with him. Go follow him. Follow myself for more and more content, because more content is coming. I got another one at 10. Make sure you guys stay tuned for that. But like I said, yeah, bro, I want to say again, thank you for taking the time out to
No
come and
problem,
talk
man.
to me, man. And I definitely appreciate you. Keep doing what
Yeah.
you're doing. I truly support it. I'm behind the movement 1,000%. And anything
Right.
you need from me, feel free to reach out to me. If you got any artists for me, Hey, do like you did today. Send them
All
my
right.
way. We'll definitely get them on board. You know what I
No
mean?
worries, man. Appreciate you, man.
Most definitely. Like I said, we definitely gonna lock in for part two. So I'm gonna
All right.
inbox you. I'm gonna inbox you after this,
All
and then
right.
we
Let
can
me
set
know.
up. All right, got you, bro.
No problem,
Good to
man. Have a
see you.
good one.
You
Peace.
too. Most definitely. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been my time. I am the one and true and living legend, Honcho J23 of Independent Same Podcast, and we'll see you guys next time. Let's go.